In a lively game at Wrigley Field on Saturday, an incident involving a New York Mets fan and a home run ball sparked significant commentary from the Mets broadcast team. During the fifth inning, Mets catcher Francisco Alvarez hit a solo home run, providing a glimmer of hope for his team, which was trailing the Chicago Cubs 6-0. The ball landed in the left center field stands, where it was caught by a Mets fan proudly donning the team's cap. As the fans celebrated by chanting, "Let's go Mets," he quickly became the center of attention. Nearby Cubs fans, adhering to the longstanding Wrigley Field tradition of throwing back home run balls hit by opposing teams, began to pressure the Mets supporter to part with his prized souvenir. Despite his initial enthusiasm, the fan eventually succumbed to the mounting peer pressure and tossed the ball back onto the field. This act did not go unnoticed by the Mets broadcast team. Steve Jelbs, the play-by-play announcer for SNY, and Ron Darling, the color commentator, voiced their strong disapproval of the fan's decision. Jelbs admonished the fan, stating, "That is too much peer pressure, grow a spine, man." Darling echoed the sentiment, adding, "Obviously not a leader." Their critical remarks highlighted the broadcaster's frustration with the fans' lack of resolve in the face of crowd pressure. The incident was a small part of a challenging day for the Mets. The Cubs dominated the game from the start, taking a commanding 5-0 lead in the first inning. Cubs hitters Christopher Morel and Cody Bellinger both added to the scoring with home runs, and former Mets catcher Tomas Nido contributed an RBI double. Mets starter Tyler Megill struggled, facing all 9 batters in the Cubs lineup in the first inning alone. The game concluded with an 8-1 victory for the Cubs, marking the Mets' second loss in 3 games. This defeat placed the Mets at 36-39 for the season, keeping them in 4th place in the National League East. The Cubs, with their win, improved to a 37-40 record, maintaining their position in 4th place in the National League Central. As the Mets look to regain momentum, this episode at Wrigley Field serves as a reminder of the intense and sometimes unforgiving atmosphere of baseball fandom, particularly in a city as passionate about its traditions as Chicago.